Hello, this is Pastor Armstrong. Let me share a verse with you. 1 Peter 4:8 says this, "And above all things have fervent charity among yourselves. For charity or love shall cover the multitude of sins." It's the Christmas season. It should be the most joyous time of the year, but often it's the most stressful. There's more family problems and marriage problems and suicides this time of the year than any other time because we're so busy, so much financial stress, so much time stress, and our expectations are so high that nothing can live up to it. And this is the time of the year when we ought to be the most forgiving, when we ought to overlook the most things. Proverbs 10:12 says this, "Hatred stirreth up strife, but love covers all sins." There was a couple, and they were looking forward to their vacation, and the husband and the wife had worked hard so they could get to go, and he had worked overtime, and finally it was Friday afternoon, and they were on their way down the road to their vacation spot. This is a true story, by the way. And the husband was just so dead dog tired that he put over to the side of the road and he asked his wife, "Honey, could you drive for a while? I'm just so tired I could get some rest." And so she said yes, and he got in the back seat, and she started going down the road, and he took off his socks and his shoes and his pants and his shirt, and he laid in the back seat covered up by a blanket. He was modest, in his boxer shorts, and he was sleeping. And the wife is going down the road, and she's trying to do everything she possibly can do to make sure that he gets some rest so that they can have a good vacation. And she comes to a point in time where they have cracks in the road, and she's going down the road, and it's going put-oom, 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 and she can't figure out what the problem is, and she's worried that it's going to wake her husband or there's something wrong with one of her tires. So she finally pulls over quietly to the side of the road, and she slips out, and she goes to the front of the car to check the tires. But the moment the car stops, he wakes up, and he gets out on the other side, on the back, and he's standing back there stretching and trying to figure out what's going on and where his wife is. And she quietly gets back into the car and drives off. And there he is, standing on the side of the road in his boxer shorts, this Christian man. He looks down the road, and there's a house with a light on. It's 10 o'clock at night. And so he walks down there, he knocks on the door, and he apologizes profusely to the guy and tries to explain what's going on. But the problem is, there's a local mental institution, and some men have broken out. And so everybody's worried about what these men are doing, and they're trying to recapture him. And so the guy in the house calls the police. They come and they arrest our friend in the boxer shorts. Now his wife is going down the road, and it's 2 or 3 hours before she realizes that he's not in the back seat. Well, this takes days, this takes hours upon hours to get squared away. And now these people can do one of two things. They can fight, and they can fuss, and they can throw things, and they can ruin their vacation, or they can realize they can laugh about it and realize they have the best story they're ever going to have to be able to tell. Proverbs 10:12 says this, "Hatred stirreth up strifes, but love covers all sins." Our love for our mates ought to help us during the Christian time to overlook a whole lot of things. Ephesians 4:32 says this, "And be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake hath forgiven you." Let's make this Christmas season the most forgiving when we overlook the most faults in our mates and in others. God bless you today.